Guys, I said we'd be going through the coding and stuff in Hangover. So we're gonna go briefly over some of the coding in here. Um, so this is the world. It's a randomly generated world that I sort of messed with myself. Um, Now what have we got here? So first off, you start with the cutscene, which I think I did in this. I think this was the one. Um, Yeah, so this is saying that when the final boss dude is dead, then I'll switch to the cutscene. Now, you'll be like, I know people would look at a lot of things I do and be like, there's easier ways of going about it and stuff. Um, how I code things is how I know, and I separate things up and split things up to make it easier for me to know where I am and know what I'm doing, and just make it less, sort of confusing and messy. So I know there are probably shortcuts to things I do, and I'm not amazing at it, and there's bits I could change and bits I can improve, so I'm going to let you know before I do this, but everything works, so if you don't know, then I've gone with a letterbox, fixed camera. It displays the text at the screen, obviously at the screen, and then it switches page and fades out. I should probably switch those two around, I think. I think I should be switching those two. Oh, wait, no, okay. Yeah, that's at 8 seconds, that's okay. And then it basically does the same thing. Um, Basically, I had to copy and paste this, and all I had to do was change the camera angle and change the text, but I only did a simple, very simple cutscene. Nothing's moving or anything, it's just images with a text. Um, so, okay, so we got right at the start, he starts off dead. So you've got this. And then at the end of the first cutscene, they switch this page to this page, so this will increment his health, and his page switches to this page. So this is when you've got a hangover, right at the start of the game. I made it so is it your pace or the movement speed that I changed? I think it was just the movement speed. So we've got a random stun loop there. So I took what I did was I took the pause attack out of the normal goblin and just fit it here, and it works really well. I've done things like that quite a lot. What I do, or how I learned how to code and everything in this, was to just take already made brains and just sort of mess with them piece by piece. And most of it I have written myself. Obviously, the standard bits of a game, like the player controls, I just like sort of fit those in what I want and then edit what I want. So I got when I see stuff, say stuff, and all this sort of stuff. This is how I did the gore. I've got the effects over there, which are different coloured water splats and all this sort of stuff. So I've basically done it that when I hit an enemy, then it plays the effect at socket my hand. So it does it at both hands, and when I'm hit, it plays one of the blood effects on my head. So all that works. It all looks good. Don't know what much else to say. I could change the effects and do some different things with it. I might do that and come back to you guys. But yeah, and then I've got the deeds. So this is when you go and you get the deeds and stuff. You go talk to the guy, and he gives you the deeds bar at the bottom and all that sort of stuff. This is when you're dead, okay? So this is the bit of code that I was going to show you more than anything. So what I've got is when it's using keyboard or is using touch, so touch screen, it displays the spacebar at the bottom of the screen. So there'll be a spacebar around about here. Okay, so what you need to know here is I've set the revive. I've got two number variables, is it? Yeah, two number variables. Um, I've got once max revive equals 10 and once revive equals 0. Now this is started to revive equals 0. So every time I die, then my revive will equal 0. So every time it switches to this page, this variable is going to be 0. But it's always, the max revive never changes, so it doesn't matter if this is once or started to, because this just doesn't change at all, so we're fine there. So what we're doing is we're having a child line off that. When space is pressed and I'm dead, then revive is incremented by 1. So when I press space, this increases by 1. And if using controller, it increases by 1. You press A and it increases by 1. So basically this is the same code, but one's for controller and one's for keyboard. And then we come down here, so the revive is constantly decreasing. Change that to 0. So it's constantly decreasing by 0.1. So that makes it decrease pretty damn quickly. But yeah, that's decreasing, so you have to keep tapping space to actually get to revive. So when revive is equal to 10, which is max revive, we do health equals 50. And the reason we have max revive is because of the display meter. So we want the display meter revive to the max of it to be the max revive. So we start at 0 and the meter only counts it up to 10. And the meter won't let it go past 10. I mean, obviously it can, but when it hits 10, the bar will be full, and you won't see any increase unless you put the number over it. But we're not going to get into that. And I've got that at the screen center, that's why. So the max revive is basically just to show where the max number in the display meter should go, and then we've got display revive, so it just tells you what to do and all sort of stuff. So when your revive is equal to 10, which is your max revive, so at this point your bar will be completely full. You want to push space as many times as it to equal 10, and then your health equals 50, and it switches page to this page, which is your deeds page again. And it literally does the same back and forth. What other pages have we got? We got end. This is him turning to look at the clown whilst the cutscene's going on, just in case he's in any of the shot. And then this is at the end of the cutscene. It's taken to this page. So that's the player brain. Now with most of the characters, with this I've just taken a basic conversation and tweaked it to my own liking, and then I've obviously done when detect my character. So at this point it's a goblin scavenger, display name above head in a large font. I've got that on all the ones where it's not like a little bit of a cutscene thing. So this is all taken from, you can have a quick look at the code if you want to, but it's all in the assemblies anyway. Yeah, so that's him. And then we've got the same with these guys. We've got the name above the head, when display, when you switch the change page to talk, this is that. So it says what they said, and then countdown timer, switch page to previous page when dead. Go to dead. I need the dead page on every single character because I need them to, their bodies don't disappear, so I need their names to stay above the head if you go next to them, so that's why I needed that. So yeah, that's pretty much the same with every single normal character. These are just the standard goblin brain, standard enemy brain, but with something to say and the name. And then obviously I've done the dead page again, so it shows their name above. So a couple more bits. The missions I actually got from playing around with the assemblies, because there's assembly missions that you can get. Conversation basic, that's where I got the conversations from and messed with them. Where is it? I think that's just, yeah. Different quest. Defeat enemies, fetch item, escort. So, I messed around with the escort quest and basically put his brain in here and moved what he needs to move to this. So this logic cube is literally there to represent where the druggy goblin needs to be. This one is to display the little cutscene when you go into an area. Oh. I'm not sure what that was meant to be. Huh. So basically it does a letterbox and then duration timer, duration timer for the displays and then the music. And that's only when he's detecting me. The drunks are just the same as the chavs. They're just a bit bigger, a bit stronger, a bit more health. Carlsnow was pretty easy. I took the normal conversation brain. I added a couple of little bits, like right. So he's invulnerable at first, and his health is at its height, so he can't be attacked when he's normal. So if you went to attack him before you actually spoke to him, then you'd do nothing. And if you lose, I've got it so... Okay, you've got it so you greet the player, and then I've got this keyboard and all this sort of stuff, and this is for the choice. So this one's for the denying him, and it takes you back to the previous page. Same with controller, and then there's accepting his dual invite is all there. And then I've got it so it just switches to a normal enemy brain, basically. Has a couple little bits, showing his name, having dialogue when he's dead, when the other one's dead. So when I'm dead, it switches his brain back to this, so his health is automatically 200 again, and he's invulnerable again. So every time you die, he's going to completely heal. And that's basically the same for each Carlsnow. But when one is dead, another becomes visible. That's basically it, and switches page to a dialogue page. This one is the quest where you go down here and get the gems and stuff. There's nothing to really say about that. The last bit that I want to show you is the horse. Wow, didn't think I'd be saying that. So what we've got here is... Oh, that bit's so funny. So if we go into the brain, they obviously say something. Does they got a voice? Oh, I thought they... Oh, it's when you go up to them. So you can actually kill these as well. So she's constantly emoting. When it's dead, switch to this, which will just show his name. And then when you interact with her, it switches to this. This is fading the screen, and duration timer is playing Scarlet's voice everywhere. So this is the noises it makes in the background. If she's dead, go to dead again, and then countdown timer 10, previous page. So this only lasts 10 seconds, and then it goes back. I'm sorry about Facebook. But yeah, that's pretty much everything interesting about the code in this one. There's not much else. If there's anything else anyone wants to know, then please tell me, and I shall post a little bit about it or whatever. But yeah, a lot more to come from Project Spark, so I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.